Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Carrollton, Texas. We are at the IAD Gymnasium. I am Michael Knight, joined by Matt Reynolds. And we have the second game for Pool A today. It's our third broadcast of the afternoon here in Carrollton, Texas. We're at the PrimeTime Sports National Championships. Games going on all across the Dallas-Fort Worth area as we speak. We've been set up in Carrollton, Texas for the last three games, and the game that we have right now features the Southeast Texas Thunder and the IBABallerGraves in Pool A. Both of these teams are 0-1 in pool play. This is the last game of the day for both squads. They'll go into tomorrow in their last game in pool play, and for Southeast Texas Thunder, they'll take on Team Dallas, and for the IBABallerGraves, they'll take on the Dallas Stars. Both of those teams unbeaten, and they'll play later on today. In fact, I believe, Matt, they're starting right now on a different court.
Yes, they are. I believe they're on court 2, and this is a big game for both these two teams. You want to get a win. You don't want to go winless in pool play, and you want to get some momentum going into bracket play.
We're about to get the opening start. First, the starters for IBA. Hopefully, we can get you both team starting lineups before the tip. For IBA, you have not Megan Stokes, I apologize, Caleb Costanza, Gabriela Escobar, Alyssa Beso, Peyton Carroll, and the last starter is Julia Gonzalez, and IBA will win the opening tap. They will be the home team in the home white uniforms, moving right to left as we're underway. IBA, we gave you the starting five for them. They have the ball first on offense. They lose it out of bounds. It was last touched by the Thunder. I'll give you the starting lineup for them right now. You have Hannah Holtz, as well as Tony Clifton, Chanel Babineau, as you had Beso hitting a jumper off the glass on the inbound pass. That's Holt with the ball, controlling the points. Another starter for the Thunder, Skylar Matson. And a quick response from Clifton.
No time wasted.
IBA right back the other way. Both of these teams losing their opener in pool play. IBA was blown out. We didn't get a final score for the Thunder in their game with the Dallas Stars, but they did lose their last game out, the first game that they played in. 2-2 is our score as we're just underway. Michael Knight alongside Matt Reynolds here in Carrollton, Texas. Driving baseline, shot is good, and the foul. Going to the free throw line is Chanel Babineau. She's onto the scoreboard for the first time.
And IBA, we'd like to see it from them if they are on the scoreboard very quickly, as their last game that we had here. First game of the day. Took them a while to get going.
Yeah, Team Dallas, the team that they faced, jumped out to an 11-0 lead, and in the majority of the second half was played under a running clock as Team Dallas was able to win that game big over IBA. The free throw was no good, and IBA has it in the front court, moving right to left, 4-2 advantage for Southeast Texas. IBA stands for Intense Basketball Academy, in case you were curious. I saw a t-shirt.
I was. I did not know what it stood for. I'm sure our audience was as well.
Little runner off the glass, no good. Rebound being fought for by the Thunder. They got it. They have numbers up ahead. They get it down low. Shot up. Nothing but net for Babineau once again. Fast start for her. She's got 4 points. It's 6-2. Foul underneath. That's Beso.
Tell you what, Clifton, for the Thunder, her shoes, those lime green, they're pretty bright. And that fast break.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen more
bright
of
shoes.
the highlighter color shoes.
Yeah. First ones we've seen today.
Those are popular with the high school kids nowadays. Personally, I can do without them. Speaking of Clifton in her highlighter shoes, she nearly got a steal. Beso got away. Puts up the shot, no good. Went out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Going to stay with IBA. IBA trailing 6-2. Under 14 minutes to go in the first half. Set to inbound is Gonzalez. Gonzalez inbounds it to Carroll. Carroll gets it taken away. Babineau quickly the other way with the right hand. Gets it to go. What a finish.
She might have got fouled there. Well, she didn't might have. She got fouled, but no foul call as the contact. Impressive that she was able to finish through the basket, through that contact.
Chanel Babineau with 6 early points. It's 8-2. IBA trying to get something going here. They turn it over once again. Babineau up ahead to Clifton. Clifton with the right hand layup. Good, and it's quickly 10-2 in favor of the Thunder. And IBA needs another timeout. They know that they're in danger of falling behind big once again for the second time today, as Clifton and Babineau combining for all 10 first half points early on. In this one, 13-19 left in the first half. It is 10-2.
Southeast Texas Thunder have gone on a 10-0 run after IBA was able to get the first points of the game, and don't look like they're going to slow up anytime soon. IBA a little overmatched against this team, and they've got to find a way quickly to get back on the board and get some points. That's something they struggled with in the first game, is scoring the ball. They're going to have to score some points and score them fast. Otherwise, they could be looking at another route.
Another thing to watch out for with IBA, in that first game, Beso and Megan Stokes were the only players to score for IBA. Beso finished with 11, Stokes with 2. Beso has the only 2 points so far, so they're continuing to struggle finding another score on this team. The Thunder get another steal. Up ahead to Babineau. She's in the corner. Picks up her dribble, goes back to Clifton.
Passes to us.
Yeah,
we happen to be out of bounds, though, so that's not a good thing.
I'm not eligible. I'm not playing today. I might play tomorrow, but I'm day to day. I got a bum knee. That's what I'm going with. 10-2 is the score. Under 13 minutes left. IBA with an opportunity here off the Thunder turnover, and they turn it right back over to Southeast Texas.
The Thunder have looked impressive here in the first 4 minutes of this ball game, and if they continue this, IBA is going to be in a world of hurt.
Clifton has it. Looking for a teammate, finds Hannah Holt. Back to Clifton. Clifton driving, puts off the floater way too hard, but got her own miss. She'll say that was a pass to herself off the backboard. Missed the putback. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Thunder.
The Thunder are very fast. They've impressed me with how quick they've been moving and just blazing speed past the IBA. It's got them a lot of open looks, open shots.
Clifton goes to Babineau. Babineau in between the two circles. Bounce pass. Now right back to Babineau. Babineau on the baseline. Forces one. It's off the mark. IBA comes up with the board. Megan Stokes up ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez saves it. And into the hands of the Thunder. Went in and out of the hands of Beso. Now back the other way goes Babineau. Babineau can't get it to go.
They have got to figure out a way to stop the Thunder and their speed and stop them quick, very quick. It's getting out of hand fast. See if the Thunder can convert at the free throw line.
First free throw is good. The Thunder playing with a lot of speed. Now I'm interested to see, we've already seen Team Dallas, and they were dominant in their win against IBA out of Pool A. it'd be interesting to see how these two teams matched up. But a team that already beat this Thunder squad, the Dallas Stars, are going up with Team Dallas right now. I'm curious to see how that's going, as Babineau fighting for positioning underneath the basket. And she's back at the free throw line to shoot 2 after going 1 for 2 on her last trip. First free throw is good.
The lead already double digits. Still have 12 minutes to go in the half.
One thing you don't want to see, and if you're IBA, it's still way too early, but you don't want both games on the opening day of the tournament to involve a running clock in the second half. As the second one miss, Thunder fighting for the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say that it was last touched by IBA. Southeast Texas retaining possession. Interesting games so far today in the tournament. The first game that we webcasted here was an absolute blowout. The second one looked like it was going to be a close game. Then it looked like it was going to be a blowout. Then it was a close game. And then now it looks like we're in the beginning of another blowout here. Hannah Holtz driving to the basket. With the left hand, she gets it to go. Her first basket of the game.
Thunder have been impressive so far on the offensive end, showing their speed and just using it to their advantage, getting good looks at the basket.
Forcing one off the glass. IBA can't get it to go. Up ahead to Clifton. Clifton driving. Right hand, no good. She's fouled on the attempt. Clifton will make her first trip to the charity stripe.
They're actually going to call the foul on the floor.
She will not make her first trip to the charity stripe. I already marked it down on my score sheet. I hope she goes to the free throw line eventually, because otherwise my score sheet's going to be all messed up. 14-0 run for the Thunder. They're up 14-2. And a shot from Clifton off the mark. Hannah Holt gets it. She drops a 3. And now it's 17-2.
The Thunder have not only used their speed, but they've gotten many offensive rebounds, and that's led to a lot of second chance points in their huge lead here.
Beso underneath, can't get it to go, but she's fouled going up. The Thunder firmly in control here. And we still have 11 minutes to play. 17-2, Beso at the free throw line. Much like the first game, she's the only player on her team to score. Now, eventually Megan Stokes scored in the last game, but she finished with 2 points. Beso doing all the scoring for IBA.
She's got to have some help from her teammates. You got to have teammates around you that can put the ball in the hole, and it's made it tough on Beso to score because other teams have just double-teamed her, triple-teamed her, and they know she's their main scoring threat. Been their only scoring threat really throughout the day other than Stokes.
IBA going to have a second chance here after the 2 misses. Inbound pass. Wide open 3 in the corner. It's well short and into the hands of the Thunder. The Thunder moving left to right here. As Babineau has it left wing. Working on her defender. Going to get a hand check foul on the floor. Talia Joyce is into the game for the Southeast Texas Thunder, having given her name, as well as Hannah Cooper. Inbound pass, back to Babineau. She launches from the baseline, no good. Ball being fought for, won by Beso and IBA. And then she loses it off her leg out of bounds.
Great job fighting for the rebound and pulling it in, but
fantastic job.
After she just couldn't hold on to it.
Not a good job. Not a good job on that part. First part, yeah. Second part, not so much.
Got to hold on to the ball. Can't afford to turn the ball over.
Not when you're down by 15.
Definitely.
And when
not.
you've only scored 2 points. It's been a struggle. 10:30 left. The Thunder firmly in control, trying to get some more points here. Babineau. Looking for a teammate, finds one, then they give it right back, give and go. Babineau has it. She drives left hand, now goes back to her right and finishes with a layup, gets it to go. Now she's going to walk to the free throw line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
How many points is that for her on the day?
She has 10.
A solid first half.
She's 2 for 5 from the free throw line.
Need some improvement there, but in this game, I don't think that's really too much. The game is not hanging in the balance when it comes to
her
Thunder
making
and free throws.
Yeah, her making free throws isn't going to decide this game, and I don't think. I think it's already decided. I'm going to be honest. The Thunder up ahead. Babineau again after another IBA miss. She gets another bunny. And Babineau now has 13 points. It's 22-2.
It's getting ugly. IBA needs to get some points on the board. Somebody other than Besa.
Babineau with another steal. Layup no good. Takes a hard spill on the floor. But she'll go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. And if there are any people wondering what the rule is for running clock in the first half, I looked at the rules, and I believe that only the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade divisions have a running clock if a team is up by 25 in the first half. So we'll still have a normal clock until the second half starts if the Thunder indeed go up by 25. And at this point,
certainly look.
Yeah, it looks like it's apparent. I mean, what do you do in a situation like this?
Man, if you're IBA's coach, you just got to encourage all you can. You got to tell your team to be aggressive and attack the basket. I thought in their first game, when they did the best was when they were attacking the basket. And when they settled for too many threes in that first game. Today, they did great from the start. First possession down, get it to Beso. She puts it up and in off the glass, but after that, that's been about it. Hadn't been many positives.
In fact, that's all they've had.
Yeah, it hadn't been many positive points in this game for IBA.
At this point, do you even call it a 22-0 run? Because they led 2-0, so give them credit for that. But it's literally been all Thunder since then.
It's pretty much been Thunder since the tip. Beso had that one.
About 10 seconds after the tip.
Exactly.
That's when the Thunder started. First 10 seconds, that was IBA's time. I mean, I don't know what else to.
Yeah, you feel bad for IBA, but they just got to find somebody else who can score other than Beso.
A stoppage in play. For what reason, I don't know. I guess they're going to say it's a Thunder ball. So what could have been an opportunity for IBA is now taken away. I don't know what the official call is. Babineau's at the free throw line. I guess she had a free throw that she was never awarded. She's standing back at the line and misses.
That's one part of her game that she needs to work on at the charity stripe.
22-2. IBA looking for something on offense. They haven't scored in a long time. With Thunder with a turnover now. Up ahead to Babineau. There's a new entry into the game. Jessette Nimps. She comes up with a loose ball, speaking of her. Another new entry into the game. Rather large roster. We're going to get a lot of these names in for the Thunder. As it should have been a kickball, and now the whistle. Kickball on IBA off the bounce pass from Babineau. Back into the game for IBA is Sarah Kleingardner. 8:56 left, 22-2 is the score. Inbound pass Goes to Joyce. Joyce goes to Babineau. Babineau with another J.
Babineau is balling in the first half, having an absolutely great first half.
15 points is 24-2. IBA in the front court, can't get it to go. Rebounded to Nimps. Nimps up ahead, front court, goes to Babineau. Babineau, nice move to get around a defender, can't finish with the right hand. IBA with the rebound. Up ahead, got away with the travel. No, she didn't. I shouldn't have said anything.
Referee heard you.
Yeah, I guess so. I gave her too much credit. Inbound pass goes immediately back to Babineau. Babineau in between the two circles. Now goes to the free throw line to a teammate. Back to Babineau. Babineau showing fancy dribbling. Now gets a pick. Goes to the basket. Can't get it to go. Nice moves with the dribbles.
Just a little too hard off the glass.
Now IBA. Trying to get something going here. Anything. At this point, you get anything going.
A free throw.
And they turn the ball over.
Something. It's been a rough days for IBA.
Yeah.
It's not looking like it's going to get any easy.
But they're not quitting, so you got to tip your hat to them for that. And a whistle on the floor. Beso gets called for the foul. She fouled Hannah Cooper. Some new entries into the game. Back into the game again is Holtz, Hannah Holtz. In the game for the first time today is Kara Dunham. Another number that we haven't given, Tarani Glass. She's into the game for the Thunder. And inbounding is Kaylin Stringer, another new entry. She gets to Glass. Glass travels in the lane, turns it over to IBA. Walking it across the timeline. Now they have it. IBA, another turnover. Not much else you can say about that.
Yep, there just haven't been very many positives here in the first half for IBA and the Thunder. They've just ran them up and down the floor very well. They've pushed the pace, and they have the pace going there just how they want. They have the game going.
That was Beso tipping it away from the Thunder. He goes out of bounds. He's going to stay with Southeast Texas on the inbound pass. Holt has it. Nice little drive off the glass. Can't get it to go. IBA with the board. Going back the other way. Layup no good. Foul from behind by Talia Joyce.
Opportunity at the charity strike to put some points on the board for IBA. And it's a player that has not scored today. See if
it's true. Julia Gonzalez.
See if Gonzalez can knock it in. In and out.
They haven't scored since the first 15 seconds of the game. It's been a tough day for IBA. In both games, they were blown out in their first one, 54-13. Had a running clock for the majority of the second half. It looks like we're going to have a running clock for the second half in this one. IBA, Beso doing a good job fighting for position underneath, but
IBA's battling. They're not. It's not that they're giving up at all. They have stayed through battling, even through their struggles. They continue to battle. You got to give them credit.
If it were me, I would have quit. That's because I don't have much fight in me. I would have given up. That's why I'm not playing. That's why I'm here. And I'm broadcasting instead. 6:50 left. It's 24-2. it's tough when you're down 24-2 to be fired up.
Yeah, it is. It's really tough to keep
Not
on
for
going.
them. They're doing fine. For me, no. Nah. There's not much motivational, if you're a coach, you're trying to motivate me. I'll basically just disagree with whatever you say. We can still get back in this thing. No. 24-2 is the score. All Thunder from the get-go. IBA led 2-0. But ever since then, it's been a run of 24 points. 6:30 left in the first half. Beso attacking the basket. She can't get it to go.
Contact there. They don't give her the foul call, but Beso, she's had a nice day. She is a bright spot, the one lone bright spot for IBA. She's had a nice day scoring in double digits in the first game.
Almost all of their points, and now she comes up with a steal. Beso coast to coast. She gets fouled. You can probably make the argument that should be an intentional foul as just a straight up jersey grab. I mean, that was not a play on the ball at all.
She doesn't get grabbed. In all likelihood, she converts that bunny right there, and she almost nearly did to give herself an and one. Now she'll go to the charity stripe, and she's struggled throughout the day from the charity stripe.
Yeah, this is her second trip to the line, and she's now 0 for 3. New entry into the game for the Thunder. Actually, she's back into the game. Skylar Madsen. Second free throw, nothing but net. She's got all 3 points for IBA. Scoring drought is over, but the hole is a little too deep for them to climb out of at this point. 24-3. Still first half, 6 minutes left. Ball to Madsen. Now they go to a teammate. It's Hannah Holt. Goes up with a shot, no good. IBA with the board. Into the hands of Megan Stokes. Stokes giving some help. Now down on the block. Shot no good. Rebound by who else? Beso. Can't get it to go, but she's fouled going up. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So you have Beso at the line. Doing all the scoring for IBA in this one. Much like the first game until second half when Megan Stokes dropped in a point. She goes 0 for 1 so far on this free throw trip. Yeah, schedule in front of you, Matt. What's our next game?
I do. Our next game coming up will be at 2 o'clock. Texas Lady Elite and the Texas Frontline. Both teams just entered the arena. They are from Pool C. That'll be the first games from Pool C.
Just on the day?
On
or
the day.
Have they played games already?
No, that's first games.
No, it's the first games that we'll do. 24-4. 5:20 left. And we got Kara Dunham at the free throw line shooting 2.
First one just rims out. The Thunder going forward, obviously they're in all likelihood, unless we see something crazy, which we have seen crazy things in the last game. Lady Oklahoma D1 team came back from down 20. But in all likelihood, the Thunder should go on to win this game. And if that comes to be the case, the Thunder down the line, they need to convert these free throws when they get into a game that's tight. These free throws are going to be key. They've missed too many today.
IBA with the ball. And taken away by the Thunder, 3-on-2 situation. Up ahead, shot no good. Rebound being fought for, won by the Thunder. Holt has it. She launches a 3. It's short and into the hands of Megan Stokes. Stokes up ahead. Nice bounce pass. Layup. Not even, I mean, you can't even call that a layup. She was just hammered Didn't even get the ball off the floor. Didn't even get an opportunity.
It was a tough foul. If she's not fouled there, she's got a nice chance at the basket for a good shot. That right there maybe would have been better served. She pump fakes, but even if she pump fakes, she's getting plummeted into the floor. It's a tough foul.
Yeah. Beso back into the game for IBA. The Intense Basketball Academy, that's what IBA stands for. This is the Primetime Sports National Championships game out of Pool A. Inbound pass from Stokes to Beso. Beso throws up a prayer that's not answered. Up ahead goes the Thunder. 2-on-1 situation. Right hand layup, good. Stringer, her first basket of the game. And it's 26-4. Shot no good. Thunder up ahead. 4:27 left. 22-point advantage for the Thunder. And now Babineau and Clifton check back into the game after a long rest. Without a doubt, their best players. Inbound to Babineau. She will jog it up across half court. 4:20 left. Motion offense. Beso with the interception. Up ahead to Stokes. Stokes back to Beso, but she gets it picked off by Clifton. Clifton has it go off her hands out of bounds. It'll stay with IBA. And Beso will have a chance here with IBA after getting the steal. Klein Gardner has to go off her hands, last touch by the Thunder.
It's a nice inbounds pass. If she would have just looked up just a little earlier, she had Beso wide open right in front of her. And now Beso with a good look.
Basically the exact same play. Coming to defend was Kara Dunham, and she gets called for the hack. It's 26-4. In favor of the Thunder, but Beso goes back to the free throw line to shoot two, where she has struggled today. 2 for 6 so far, make that 2 for 7.
Free throws are key, especially when your team struggles so much from the field to get points in the basket. Free throws are a must make.
Free throw no good. Beso gets her own miss. Goes to Kleingardner, back to Beso. Beso with a floater, no good. Trying to save it from going out of bounds is IBA. The referee says it's IBA ball. I don't understand how.
How does that happen? Ball clearly knocked out of bounds by IBA, but they're going to have another chance at it. See if they can convert, put some points on the board.
Shot on the way, no good. Thunder with the ball. Babineau almost had it taken away by Beso. Now she's going to pull it up, run some clock, make sure they get a good look here. Babineau going to pull up, can't get it to go. Stokes comes up, or excuse me, Clifton comes up with it. And then Clifton nearly has her pass to Babineau picked off. Nice pass from Babineau to Dunham for the finish. Up ahead to Beso. Beso, baseline, goes up, no good, fouled by Dunham. Beso has had her opportunities at the free throw line today, but she hasn't been able to take advantage of them. 2 for 8 so far, as it's 28-4. First free throw on the way. High archer.
Just a little short. Online. This is IBA's last game of their day. They will head back to the hotel. Regroup for tomorrow after this one.
Second free throw was too strong. Put back no good. Now they're battling for positioning underneath. It looks like we're going to have a reach-in foul on IBA. With 3:10 left. (28-4). Beso with the only points for IBA. Babineau with 15 points for Southeast Texas. It's been all Thunder in this one. And on that reach-in, they walk to the other end of the floor to shoot free throws. Good.
It's a tough day for IBA, but take your lumps here in pool play, and after pool play, they'll be put in bracket play. They will, in all likelihood, be in the consolation bracket, play teams that are more around their level of competition.
Clifton comes up with a steal. 29-4 is the score. Under 3 minutes to go. If we were in the second half right now, we'd be with a running clock. Nice give and go for the Thunder, and a nice finish underneath by Kaylin Stringer. She now has 4 points. IBA walks with it. 31-4. Another reach-in call.
.230 here. You just want to get into the second half. Got to get into the second half. The Thunder they've executed very well on offense, and the open shots, they've made them pay.
Tony Clifton returns to the free throw line. She went 0 for on her last trip. Already does better this time. 1 for 3 now on the game. 32-4 is now our score. The only thing left to be decided is the final score in this one. This IBA has struggled for a second consecutive game. 6 points now for Clifton. She goes 2 for 2. On that trip to the charity stripe, IBA will regroup and go into their last game of pool play tomorrow. They get a nice little steal, and then now taken away by Babineau. Babineau, nice pass to Clifton. Clifton can't finish. Rebounded by Stringer. Stringer trying to get it to Babineau, now does. Baseline floater. Messes around on the glass, but won't fall. Now her teammates get it back to her. Babineau underneath the glass. Glass falls on the deck. Goes to Clifton. Clifton to Stringer. Stringer underneath, and we get another whistle.
And then tomorrow, IBA will battle the Dallas Stars at 11:40 on court 2. That'll be their final game in pool play A. The Thunder will take on Team Dallas here on court 5. We'll have that broadcast at 11:40 tomorrow. That'll wrap up their pool play.
Yeah, and the Dallas Stars are in the process of playing Team Dallas, and both of those teams are undefeated in pool play.
Winner of that game, in all likelihood, unless something crazy happens, will be your champ of Pool A.
Now, Team Dallas, I mean, they could lose to Thunder team, but then it'd be a weird three-way tie because I don't see the Dallas Stars losing to IBA tomorrow. I don't know.
Nice pass.
Couldn't finish by Clifton. Beso gonna have it go off her leg or hand, out of bounds.
Third game. This is our third broadcast today. We have 11 coming to you from Carrollton, Texas.
What's the time on the next game? Like, when was that next game supposed to start?
2 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, because of the running clock, we might be okay there.
We're definitely going to be a little behind schedule, no matter what.
Our last game, it actually started 10 minutes before it was supposed to, and it went long. Still went long.
That's how it goes. And if we happen to be behind schedule, our last game is scheduled to start tonight at 9:20 p.m., so it could be well into 10 o'clock before we start if we get too far behind.
Don't say that.
It could happen.
$35-4. I would prefer it not to start at 10 o'clock. That's just me, though. Babineau, who's had an unbelievable first half, is at the free throw line. That's the one area of her game that she struggles as she misses the first. Offensively, defensively, a good player. And Babineau, I've been impressed.
Yeah, she's been very solid, Babineau. As the way she runs the floor, there's the only flaw, like you said, is her free throw shooting. She gets in the gym and works on her free throw shooting. There's no reason why she can't become a great free throw shooter.
Thunder get 2 more points as Klein Gardner wasn't expecting the pressure, had it taken away from her. And the Thunder get 2 more. Clifton nearly steals that, 37-4. And here we go with IBA. IBA almost gets it taken away from them, but Klein Gardner comes up with it in the corner. Now Babineau with another steal. Coast to coast she goes. Right hand layup on the left side, good. Counting down the seconds to halftime. IBA goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Babineau. It was about 10 feet away from our location. I'm convinced that she didn't even touch it, but she also hip checked the IBA player, so it should have been a foul. They're not going to call a foul. They're just going to say she touched it last. But now she comes up with another steal. That has to be at least her 5th. Finger roll layup good for Babineau, who's had an unbelievable first half.
See if IBA can get a last second shot off here before
2
the buzzer.
seconds. Shot at the buzzer, no good. They're going to get a second chance here. Got it. That's going to count. Got it with less than a second left and got it up in time to count. 41-6 is the score at halftime. We'll have a running clock for the entire second half, which will be 16 minutes. So we're going to step aside here. I'm Michael Knight, joined by Matt Reynolds. This is the Primetime Sports National Championships from Carrollton, Texas. Welcome back. 41-6 is our score. IBA will have the ball. Second half underway. And we'll have a running clock for the duration of this second half. And very quickly, IBA, just like the first half, they score right out of the gate. It didn't lead to much, but that was Kayla Castaneda with the bucket. First player other than Alyssa Beso to score. Free throw on the way. Got it. So Kayla's got 3 points. And it's 41-9. Michael Knight joined by Matt Reynolds. There's not a whole lot of analysis needed for this game, simply because, I mean, it's been a one-sided affair, and it's been all Thunder from the get-go.
Yeah, the Thunder have been dominant. They've just been impressive with the way they've executed on offense, and then on defense with the way they can get steals and use their speed. And as you see there, they convert when they're close to the basket. They convert their bunnies.
It was 41-7, or excuse me, 41-6 at halftime. And the Thunder with another turnover. Now a tie up underneath. Possession arrow favoring the Thunder. Once again, we'll have a running clock for the entire second half. That's the rules in this tournament. If a team is up by 25 points in the second half, you have a running clock. The only time it goes back to a regulation clock is when the team that's down gets the deficit within 20. And at that point, it goes back to a normal clock. I don't think we're going to see that here. IBA with a turnover. Who else but Beso coming up with a loose ball. Stokes going underneath. Turnover to the Thunder. Hannah Holtz pulling it up. She has it in between the two circles. Now driving with the right hand. Goes to a teammate.
Deep three.
Got it. Nice. That was number 3, correct?
That was.
Joyce. I look down at my roster. It is Talia Joyce with a 3-ball. Another shot in the lane off the mark by IBA. Another rebound to the Thunder. 46-9. Wow, this team to the right of us with their warm-up stuff has a bunch of highlighter stuff on. Yeah,
they do.
IBA with a basket. They're into double digits now. 48-11. Excuse me, that I got my teams mixed up. That was another Thunder basket. I apologize.
You called it, though.
IBA now into double digits. As Castaneda, with her second basket of the half, she now has 5. She went 1 for 1 from the charity stripe on her last trip. 48-11 is the score. 12 and a half minutes left. We just had somebody come up to our broadcast booth and try to ask us a question. And it's always baffled me how you walk up to somebody who has a headset on and you try to talk to them while they're talking with the headset on. They might be busy.
Maybe. Just maybe, you know.
It happens all the time.
Maybe not, but good.
Nah, we're not doing anything important.
We're just sitting here with these things on.
These aren't even plugged in. 48-11 is the score. We got a running clock as the Thunder continuing to pad their lead with another bucket underneath. That was Kara Dunham. Now 50-11. IBA throws the ball away. Stokes was looking for teammate Gabriela Escobar. Escobar didn't think that Stokes would pass it to her. Thunder will have it, 52-11. Quickly to Dunham on the baseline. Jay no good. Rebound being fought for. Last touched by
Thunder.
Yeah, Josette Nimps was the last one.
IBA has scored the ball a little bit better. Not much better than they did in their first game, but
I would say that
continue,
they have.
if they continue on the process that they're on right now, then what they 13 the first game, they've got 11 now, still 10 minutes to go. You would think that they could get, 4 more points.
Timeout called by the Thunder. (50-11) is the score. 10:33 left in the first half. That's the only time the clock will stop, is when there's an injury or a timeout. That'd be interesting if you call a timeout and the clock still runs. Like, yeah, I'll take a timeout. Yeah, but there's no
We just
stop.
like to run 10 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, I would say that IBA's done a little bit better scoring the ball.
Yeah, they have
in this game. I mean, they got a second score again in Kayla Castaneda, so it hasn't been all Beso. Castaneda has 5 points. They've almost already matched their first half total in points, because they have 5 early on, and we've had a running clock, and we've almost played 6 minutes. So IBA, look, at this point, you're just wanting to play hard until the end and progress as much as you possibly can, and I think it's safe to say that they have progressed from the first game to this game. Will they have a chance tomorrow? Probably not. But they'll regroup, and they'll only have one game tomorrow before they go into bracket play. The Thunder looking good. It'll be interesting when they face Team Dallas tomorrow in pool play, as they can't get it to go underneath. IBA comes up with it. Up ahead, losing it out of bounds. It's going to stay with IBA. It's last touched by the Thunder, I believe. They whistled Skylar Matson as the last Thunder player to touch it.
And IBA, as we talked, they're in a tough pool, obviously. Pool A is pretty stout, teams around them. As one goes off the glass. They're in a tough pool, and, but bracket play on Saturday, they're going to be put in with teams similar to what their record was in their pool.
Hannah Holt with a little double move at half court. It looked good, but it's illegal. Called for the double dribble.
Looking good's not everything sometimes.
It is when you're me.
Well, when you're in the position we're in, then yes. That's key to success.
Yeah. It's all jokes. It's all jokes right now. 8:30 left. Running clock continuing to go. 50-11 is the score. IBA looking to exceed their point total. In their first game, they only scored 13. Looking for a basket here. They go to Beso at the free throw line. She's going to attack the basket. Goes up. Can't get it to go. So she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. She struggled in the first half. She went 2 for 10 from the charity stripe. But credit her for at least continuing to attack the basket. She had 10 free throw attempts. Without a doubt, the game high. She just struggled to convert on those.
The struggle continues. She's played very hard today and been IBA's leading scorer throughout the day. You can't, if there's anything you want her to work on, it's definitely free throws. She's gotten there quite frequently in this game and just hadn't been able to convert. Although, but hey, they've got 12 points, 7 minutes to go. They just need two more points, and you've improved your point total, at least in a game. That's a positive.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look for the small things at this point.
Silver lining. Second free throw was good from Beso. Ups the percentage at least a little bit, 50-12. Clock continues just to roll on down. Yeah, the next game was supposed to start at 2 o'clock, correct?
Not happening.
Not going to happen. We're at 2 o'clock right now. And we still got 6 minutes and 50 seconds left.
We will be a little behind. Maybe we can catch up throughout the day. You never know. Just play it how it goes, you know. Long tournaments like this, when you got 11 games in one day, it's bound to happen.
Almost losing it, but then we get a whistle. It looks like they're going to get the Thunder for a foul. IBA almost lost control of it, but that was due to the contact and foul. IBA nearly losing it, coming up with it. A drive, shot, way off the mark.
Foul called over the back.
Yeah, Clifton was fouled. Coming down with the rebound. Those are some interesting uniforms from the West Texas Wildcats. Is that the... Do we have them on the webcast schedule? Because those are going to be some interesting uniforms on
check
camera.
And see here. West Texas Wildcats.
Shot was knocked down.
We do. 3:20. They'll be playing the Alabama Warriors here on court 5. So 2 games away.
Some goofy looking unis. IBA drive, no good on the shot. Going to the free throw line is Julia Gonzalez. Trying to become the 3rd player on her team to score. 52-12. Clock continues to roll despite shooting free throws. 40-point advantage for the Thunder. Got it. 3rd player to score. It's Castaneda checks back in. And second free throw is good as well. And what does she get for making both free throws? A spot on the bench. Hate when that happens.
Well, they've surpassed their point total for last game as they've hit 14 points. So there's your one positive. They have improved through this game. They've looked better on offense and on defense. Not going to show in a win, but
yeah. Thunder. Big collision underneath. Hope that Dunham's okay. Looks like she took the bunt of it. 52-14. Clock continues to go as she walks to the free throw line. I'm Michael Knight, joined by Matt Reynolds. This is the Primetime Sports National Championships. A game taking place in Pool A. Both of these teams were 0-1 in pool play coming in to this matchup. The Thunder will improve to 1-1, and they'll go into tomorrow's game against Team Dallas. And I wish we knew what was happening in that game. But we don't. Goes 1 for 2. Dunham at the free throw line.
under 3 minutes to go here now. We will be, if you're looking for the 2 o'clock game, in all likelihood that's going to be in about 10 to 15 minutes before it gets underway. Between Texas Frontline and the Texas Lady Elite there in Pool C. That'll be the first game out of Pool C of the day.
Another turnover from IBA. Continuing to struggle. Just not turning the ball over. I mean, there's not much else you can say about it. 53-14. Closing in on the 2-minute mark. Matt Reynolds will have the play-by-play call of our next game. Like he mentioned, we'll have a little bit of a break. Not very long. I'd say probably 10 minutes at the conclusion of this game and then the start of the next. Depends on how much time they put up on the clock.
Thunder have been very impressive in this win. I know they went 0-1, lost their first game, but they've got a chance, I think, to go 2-1 if they can play like this throughout the rest of this tournament. They're going to have a good chance to go make a deep run.
They're going to have a tough game tomorrow against Team Dallas. Team Dallas looked good earlier today.
Yeah, the way they played defense in that zone just gave IBA fits in the first game of the day that we had on this court. And, you know, you got to think if they play in that zone, a big thing with the Thunder, what they've liked to do here is to run.
Right.
Are they going to be able to, if they can get out and run before Team Dallas can step that zone, they'll be fine. But it'll be interesting to watch. That's going to be one of the better games tomorrow.
And Team Dallas, they enjoyed running too, despite only having 5 players. Now, I don't know if they had more than 5 players on their roster, so they might have more than 5 players in the game, but they only played 5 players in the game against IBA today. 30 seconds left, 53-14. This is almost going to be an identical score to the game earlier in Pool A. A 3-ball on the way. It's not going to be very identical anymore after that.
One, yeah.
It's just salt in the wound there. 15 seconds left now. Up ahead to Beso. Beso turned around before she came down with the ball, lost it out. 5 seconds left, inbounds. Up ahead, Clifton loses to IBA. Shot won't count. Didn't fall anyway. We've reached the end of the game, 56-14 the game earlier. How about this? 54-13. So very similar scores. IBA struggled today in pool play. They'll try to bounce back tomorrow against a tough Dallas Stars team. And Southeast Texas will have a very interesting matchup with Team Dallas. Matt, some quick final thoughts before we take a break here.
Well, I thought IBA, you know, they struggled once again. It's gonna happen in the great pool that they're in, but they did get better throughout the day. And I thought the Thunder was very impressive with the way they executed on both ends.
All right, coming up next, Matt, the game will feature
Texas Frontline against Texas Lady Elite.
All right, that's coming up in a couple of minutes. Keep it right here. Matt Reynolds will have the call. I'll be back alongside. We are at the PrimeTime Sports National Championships in Carrollton, Texas.